Moms, 146 Home and Garden. Yankee Sister Homestead. Hey. Okay, I understand you about your little show with who is that? Georgia Peach Nut? Yeah. If you're watching this evening or the replay, please hit that thumbs up button. Show me that you like me just a little bit so that you could be notified of any videos that I will upload in the near future. So thank you for coming in and watching me. And spread it around. Spread the love. Let other folks know I'm here. Yes, indeedy. It's been raining here on and off all day. It's been a little chilly, but yeah. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for my banner. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to learn this technology, y'all. They tell me don't hit this button, tap that button. I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, I'll try it and just hope I don't blow it. Oh, you in the bushes cooking? All right. What you cooking? I didn't cook today. Hey Joshua, thank you for stopping in tonight. I was gonna make some spaghetti. I might make it after my live this evening. So that way I don't have to cook for the next couple of days. And I'm adding meatballs to the spaghetti. Normally I don't add meatballs, but this time I'm gonna add some meatballs just to make it a little interesting. Lashes, what's that, girl? All right. You didn't stop running long enough to come in and say hi. You just a busy lady. Busy, busy, busy. And that baby's getting so big. He's just growing and getting big, eating the good stuff. Hey, Mike, I've been watching your videos. My Renaissance grandma. Yes, Dee Dee. Oh, look at that. Oh, hello. Hey. Thank you very much, Fifi. What's up? Hey, growing what I eat. I understand that. Yes, we all try to do that. What you say? I won't skip. You know what, Mike? You too much. Jones True 67. Thank you for stopping in to my live tonight. Hope you enjoy yourself. The analytic gardener. Hey girl, how are you? Saying hello to everybody in the chat. Now, let me tell you, my ankles are swollen up as big as my head, and I'm trying to figure out why, because I haven't been eating any salt. And I was just like, okay, what's up now? I need new body parts. All right. I feel like Frankenstein. Just piece me together. Give me a whole new body. What you say, grow what I eat? Spaghetti sounds good. What time will it be ready? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine because it is according on how I feel when I get off this live. Because right now, guava, y'all, I'm drinking Long Island iced tea. I don't know how that spaghetti gonna taste, but I know how I am. That's good. Not as good as that margarita, but that Long Island iced tea's not bad. Why, thank you, Joshua. Every now and then I try to, you know, switch it up a little bit. Try to be like Patti LaBelle. I got a new attitude. Sometimes I like them short. Sometimes I like them long. Sometimes I like them curly. Like them straight. TLC in the garden. Hey, girl. Urban Gardener Chronicles. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Ooh, y'all running up in here early tonight. Martika. Hello, sweetie. Yes. What'd you say? Yes, with the hair. Oh, y'all like that? Okay. I'm getting a couple of these, huh? All right. I ain't mad at y'all. That's a good thing. That let me know what I need to pack up when I take trips. You know, a little extra something, be a little, I said, mystique. Ooh. Yeah, Mike. Mike, did you ever email me your address? Because I got something I wanna send to you. I really do. Yeah, ooh, Fifi lined up everybody. Writing them up. Grammy's Journal. Hey, oh, Michael Farmer. Hey. Hey, son of mine. Thank you very much. That's right. Don't forget to hit that like button and show me that you like me. Yeah, I know the thing. Just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Gina versus Jane. Gina, I'm mad at you. I'm still waiting on that phone call, okay? Oh, children. I don't care how many times your mama tell them to do something, they do what they want to do. They just think they grown. Yes, they do. All right, everybody saying hi to one another. Yes, indeedy. Microphone, I had to tell you this before we get into the review of the week. When I was watching your video about what you call them extra, no, wasn't extraterrestrial. There was the other phenomena where things disappear and how the rabbits disappear. And I'm just like, I was cracking up. I was like, okay. And they're not leaving any trace, no holes anywhere, no dirt flung anywhere. And your rabbits started disappearing. Say you start off with maybe about 4 or 5, and there was only 3 left. I was just like, whoo, I hope you saw that mystery and do another video to let us know how that went. Cause that just cracked me up. I was like, between you and your girls, y'all was trying to figure out where in the world did these rabbits disappear to. I promise. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just like your children, they don't. You tell them to do something, and they don't listen. You did. All right. Gina's supposed to be showing me how to get into my email, y'all. I got an email address that I don't know how to get into. I don't know how many people then hit me up talking about this, that, and the third, and I don't know how to open it up. So Gina, you got to call me and help me out because Lydia been busy. Okay. All right. Sorry, my bad. You probably did, Mike. I'm not doubting that possibly happened. All right. I just need a little help. I'm a little IT illiterate. I know how to push buttons. I don't know how to add, but I definitely know how to subtract, and that's the problem. I'm scared I'm gonna delete something if I hit another button, so I don't, yeah, I don't mess with it too much. Yeah, everybody saying hello. Latanya Lewis, thank you, sweetie, for stopping me in tonight. Gloria Elliott, hey, hon. Good evening to you, too. Glad to see you. All you folks popping up in here, make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos. And then I also noticed, too, that on YouTube, I wonder if you guys seen it, too, that they're showing a lot of repeat videos that they've been sticking up for the last year or two of content creators. So I know we have a lot of new people that are in the group and they throwing out videos. So I'm just trying to figure out why they bringing up so many old videos. Roro, what's up, baby? Hey, girlfriend. Thank you for coming in, Maria Graham. All right, my sister from another mister. Hello. Thanks for stopping in this evening. Because every time I look in there, it's like I'm seeing people from videos that started back just when the pandemic hit, and I was like, okay, so are these special requests that they showing all these videos, or they just needed to fill the spots, so yeah, I might have to put on a different pair of glasses because honest to goodness, I got on glasses and I can't see jack. Let's see how many pair I got up here. Oh, when I want some more glasses, they're all in the other room. You know how you walk with a pair of glasses in another room, you take them off and sit them down, and then you don't pick them up and bring them back to you. Yeah, these aren't quite strong enough, and I'm blinking and trying to see. All right, everybody saying hello to one another. What I've been noticing though is that all the warm spots is getting the cold weather, and our weather has been getting warmer. Like the other day, it got up to like 56 degrees, and it drizzled a little bit. But today, we had a heavy fog where the warm air was meeting the cold air, and it was raining like cats and dogs. Oh, there she go. Me, 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 me. La 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 do do do. And I stopped there. My girl's in the house. Hey, Lala. Mike, you silly. Mike, I stopped at the Dollar Tree again today with a girlfriend of mine, and I was looking in the garden section, and I saw all the little gnomes and what they call them, the little people that hang on the side of the pots. And you was the first person that popped up in my mind. I was like, Mike and all his little people, his little village of people. Oh, is that Sifting with Soil? Hey, Mona. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, indeedy. So, yeah. And when I saw the little people, that's the first thing that popped up in my head. I was like, Mike and his little village of people. Because the latest video I saw, you had, what was it, a cactus? That was the biggest piece I've seen. Normally, you had like the little gnomes and other little thing, but you had a cactus covering up over one of the holes in, in your arrow guard. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, aren't we creative? And I've been watching everybody's last taping videos of their what is it, hashtag 2022 garden. All that's over with now. And so now I don't know what's the new hashtag other than the one for, who is that, whole new perspective. She was talking about a new one. So yeah. All right. But you said garden bubbles. Okay. All right. That's what you call them. All right. Warm Mike and his little peeps. Mike and his little peeps. Yeah. He got his own village. You know how they say they take a village to raise a child? Mike got his own village of little folks to help him with gardening. What is it? Gulliver's Travel when they had the little people. Yeah. So Mike gonna grow one of them tomatoes that's gonna look like from the little shop. So what was it? Seymour? Tomato gonna open up and Mike's wife gonna come home and just find a little spot on the floor. So yeah, that's funny. Country Hustle 101. Hustle, hey, hustle, hey. All righty. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Everybody saying hello to one another. Ooh, my chat just jumped. What's that? Malante in nature? Okay, you knew. Hi, thank you for stopping in tonight. I hope you appreciate the info and all the folks in the chat. We got some wonderful gardeners here in our chat tonight. And y'all came in bright and early, and I really appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. But also, I got Nightbot. So please drop your channels, MSOG, and let other folks know how that they can find you. Also, start dropping your zones and your state. So for the new people that I see popping up in here, they can locate you and find you and watch your videos and get an idea in regards to gardening. I was laughing so hard today as, who was that? The motivation from the weightlifting geek. And he's sitting on the floor trying to plant them plants with no newspaper under there, nothing to catch the water. And he was just planting his little heart out. And I was like, that's a beginner gardener. True to his heart. He gonna do it his way. That's right. Drop that. Yes, indeed. Yep. Thank you, Michael Farmer, 7A Connecticut. Yeah, drop that MSOG. Let other folks know that you're in the house and that you're available to help out. And that's what I like about our folks here. They go above and beyond giving their services for free. They not asking you to do a cash out or anything, Zillow or whatever. I see somebody else that I hadn't seen before. But anyway, yeah, they offer their services all the time. Just like say between Just Dorsha, TLC in the garden, Lydia, Gina, y'all have gone above and beyond the call of duty when helping out this old lady. And I greatly appreciate that. And even Miss T with the T, who shouts out my channel on her lives and let people know how I'm trying to work to get towards 500. I'm not that far, and I'm really working hard to get there. So I appreciate you guys listening to me. I appreciate you checking out my videos when I upload one. And I really like when you give comments. That just makes me feel so good. Thanks everybody for dropping your zones and your state. Yeah, and drop that MSOG so that your channels can be found by other people so that they could check you out and find out what you're about. Because we're all about helping one another. We're all about trying to become independent in regards to feeding our families, our friends, and our loved ones, like relatives. You might be growing uh, certain plants for your mom or certain plants for your grandchildren. Get your grandchildren involved as far as I was watching, who was that? Lady Cheryl, how she got our granddaughter out in the garden with her, and she knows about the plants and the flowers, and she got them out there singing too. So yeah, it's never too late to show your kids how to be self-sufficient. Like I got a great grandbaby coming, and I told my granddaughter, and I was like, she looked at me like, Grandma, you didn't even have to tell me this. I already know how this gonna go. That baby will be in the stroller with a little sun hat on and probably a pair of glasses, sitting out there. Might be throwing dirt at me, but you'll be smack dab in the garden watching great grandma plant, saying, "This is your future. This is what you need to do." Because at the prices of food and veggies right now, by the time that child get grown, they might not be able to have those fresh vegetables and fruits unless they grow them themselves. There might not even be supermarkets out here at the rate they're going. You see how they're closing banks? They got your money. So what makes them think that supermarkets is going to be around? For the simple fact, we're having problem right now with the weather. Okay. I was watching CC Texas Gardner and the storm that came through Texas last night, how it just kind of wreaked havoc on her yard. She was already worried about it a couple of days ago when the high winds was blowing over her corn, talking about her corn was leaning, and she was putting up, cloth to kind of help break the wind. And then the storm came through last night and did damage. So you're getting 40 degrees temperatures in Texas. That's really unheard of. And 50 degrees in Cleveland, which is unheard of this time of year. So it looked like everybody's switching in regards to their temperature. I just plant. Oh, okay. That just shot past me. Grizzly, Matley, Cleaver. Okay. I hope I didn't screw that up too bad. But thank you and welcome. I don't remember ever seeing you before, and I appreciate you stopping in this evening. And Cassandra, South Fulton Gardener, thank you. Backyard Gardener Flow 2021 is in the house. All right. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so I've been noticing how bad weather's been hitting everywhere. And even last week, I think Mississippi even got down to like 34 degrees. So when the weather is constantly going up and down, your plants aren't always making it through. Um, Broke was showing how his plants fared. I think Stacy was showing how some of his plants fared. But some plants, the leaves got burnt. They got that frost kind of tipped it. And you guys have to take the covers off during the day because the temperature go from one extreme to the next. And then you got to cover them back over again because of the drop in the temperature. And some of those places is dropping like 25, 30 degrees in a day's time. So your plants can't take that shock. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You better get some grow lights because, yeah, you might have to grow inside. But the only thing about that, micro farmer, I was thinking about that. And you know how well GT and Mike does with the hydroponics. But sometimes with those high winds, it might knock out your electricity, you know, and the stuff that you have with the pumps or the lights, you might be without electricity, for a week or a couple of days, according to just how bad it is and how fast that they can get to your neighborhood to restore it. So it's like a catch 22 sometimes. So even if you have a solar generator, if the days are cold and cloudy, you're not going to get any juice. So it's like sometimes you could be between a rock and a hard place when it comes to gardening right now. You try to do the best you can with what you got, but nothing's guaranteed. So yeah, if you can't grow outside, like it's still cold and wet here, and by this weekend we might have 3 feet of snow. Last week it was 18 degrees and we had 3 inches of snow. Now it's raining like cats and dogs and it's cold. And like I said, we had the fog where the cold air meets the warm air. So we don't know what kind of temperature it is. I walked down the garden, turned around and came back in the house. I was like, I still can't do anything. I still can't do anything. I was like, this weather's too finicky. So I do have to stick with doing it in the inside. What'd you say? My, my city don't allow greenhouses. Wow, that sucks. It's just like some cities don't allow rain barrels, which I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. It's a gift from God of rain, and then they tell you can't have a rain barrel. Yeah, I know most people don't pay that any attention. Plant more this year so you can lose some and hope some will survive. Oh, you got to. You got to. That's how you have to do it. Would you say the cracky method? Don't use electricity, just needs a window. Okay, Mike. All right. Well, that's good to know. And that's good to know for other folks who's gardening as well. So yeah, you can grow indoors in soil just as well as you can in water. Cause I got a gazillion house plants in my dining room to say that you can. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of stuff happening out here that we have no control over whatsoever. Oh, we're going from day to day on whatever uh, we do. Like when we woke up this morning, the sun was shining bright and pretty, and less than 2 hours later, it got dark and dreary, and the heavens opened up, and that's all she wrote. And then it stayed like that the rest of the day. The sun never came back out, and the temperature started dropping, and the wind started picking up. So when you had that wind, it's that wind chill factor dropped the temperature even more. My girlfriend and I, we went in the store to go shopping, and we looked out the supermarket window, and it was so foggy we couldn't even see the car in the parking lot. Just that quick. I was like, we just came from that way, and it wasn't like this. I was like, this slid up on us. I was like, when did this happen? So that was kind of crazy. So let me do this phone. I'm tired of it. Yeah. Before I couldn't get notifications, and now it look like every 2 seconds I'm getting it. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Okay. We shouldn't hear any more of that. Yeah, so it's crazy. I read that. Okay, yes, so true, Miss Shirley. Yeah. Mark, I'm going to grow backups to the backups. Yeah, you got to. And I use fabric for with handles so I can take them outside. Yeah, well, you can bring stuff in and out. Yeah, like Stacy got his what do you call it, Black Depot, where you constantly have cups. Uh, and who's that? Miss Linda, same way. Have your cups with stuff constantly dropping seeds and growing. So when you lose stuff like that, whether it's to critters or to the frost, or they just didn't germinate, you can pop one out and pop the replacement right in there. So yeah, love that I have a greenhouse and a small heater just in case. Okay, growing what I eat. That's hey, everybody knows how to supplement, or they're learning how to supplement and how they grow. Just like we have a lot of apartment dwellers who might not have a balcony or a back porch where they can put plants out. They might have to use a window. And even if the window sill is not deep enough, if you can put a table next to it and sit and use plant lights, on days that are cloudy and dreary, uh, to fill in for the sunshine so that you can keep growing whatever you're growing. So yeah, I'm trying to put up a hoop house this year. I finally figured out that um, I'm not going to be able to get the pressure treated lumber that I want for the bottom, but I can get a hold of plenty of pallets. So I'm gonna just start grabbing pallets and pulling them apart and pulling out the nails and putting them together so I can make the base for my hoop house, because I got everything else. It's just the soil. I mean the wood I don't have. Okay, I read that. Ooh. Those are Annie's. No, and no, Annie don't get that. She don't get that say so. Try to grow more root crops because they last longer without canning. Yeah, I left my carrots in the ground. I had them in pots for as long as I could, and it seemed like they actually got sweeter. And I pulled them up as I went because I cut up some in cabbage for the first time. I never put carrots in my cabbage, but I have now, and I like stews and soups this type of time of year. So that was good as well. And also, when I cook a pot roast, I like to add carrots, celery, and onions and bell peppers in my pot roast for flavoring. I try to stay away from salt as much as possible so that I don't have this problem of swelling, but I'm finding out it's not necessarily salt. So I got to find out what this issue is. You say you use grow light for my house plant. I don't do that because I have a huge dining room window, 3 windows together, and I get, I think that's south facing. So I get plenty of light, and even the plants that like bright light grow just as well as the ones that like low light. So yeah, but when it comes to veggies, that's how they say that's a horse of a different color. But I originally started out with shop lights, um, and I got the grow lights bulbs to go in them, and it works for me. I actually got some S hooks and bought some length of chain. I ran a what was that? A shower rod over the top shelf, put the chain and S hooks in the top of the light, and I had it lowered all the way down to like that much, from the actual planting. And then when the seeds started coming up, I take the chain and I lift it a little more, and I just kept doing it until they got too big to be up under the shop lights. And then by that time, they was pretty much ready to be hardened off to be set outside. So, you know, you learn, you experiment, and you take advice from others, and you see how others. You try a little bit of everything until you find what fits you. It's like trying on a pair of shoes. One pair gonna be too tight, another one's gonna be too loose, another gonna be too wide. Then you're gonna find the one that fits just right. Same way with gardening and grow lights. I had everything for my hoop house for the past 2 months, and the weather's just now allowing me to be able to build it. Just waiting for grass to get cut, and then it's I done had mine for 2 years. I'm a granny on a budget, so one year I bought cattle panels, and another year I got the plastic. Then I got my deck screws, and then I got the staples, and I've been every time I get a few pennies together, I will buy some and put it to the side. So once I get my pallets together, it's on. Yep. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Jones Truth. I got 3 shop lights on my shelf, smaller ones. Okay, Cheryl, whatever works. You know what your pocket can afford, and what you can do. Well, T Nog is in the house. What's up, Miss Linda? Thank you for stopping in tonight. I thought a 5 lumen 4-inch LED shop light for $9 this week. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, see, T Nog didn't come in here and telling you the same thing I've been telling you. You don't have to have a $300 plant light to grow stuff. You just have to know what to do and how to do it. Like I said, I experimented with them until I got it just right, and I got the same results. When I saw the plant light of my dream, I'm not paying for 50. Mm-mm. Never happened in this life. Somebody want to gift it, knock yourself out. But I'm not paying that kind of money. It's more than one way. And I got plenty of sunny windows. Put plastic bag over it to give it a greenhouse effect to hold in the heat and the moisture. I still get the same results. I've been growing for years. And I've tried every kind of method there is, and I found one that works for me. And it's been true to me ever since. So like I said, it's like trying on a pair of shoes. You'll find a pair that fit, and then you work with it to your advantage. Just like lately, a lot of folks been talking about putting seeds inside of a damp paper towel and putting them in a plastic bag. Some people sit them on top of the refrigerator. Some people put them inside the refrigerator. Some people put them on a hot water tank to help speed up germination. And then as soon as they get them out, they put them in the pots and keep it moving. So yeah. So everybody's saying hi to Tina. Would you say? Only LED lights over 5K Luna will grow plants. Okay. Oh, so Mike's giving some experience or whatever on the light spectrum. Okay. All right. So we got enough folks up here in the house. Let me see. Oh yeah, I talked about Stacy. He was checking out his peach tree and assessing the damage on his mulberry. I was watching that. Lady Cheryl, how she said even in Texas, in her part, it had dropped down into the 30s, and she was out there covering stuff as well. Um, yeah, I already talked about Cece with the high winds and the bad storm they had last night. Oh, Urban, I like your Taco Tuesday with your lettuce and tofu. That looked good. I was like, I'm hungry as a dog. Didn't want to leave the TV to come in there because sometimes I watch your lives on the big screen instead of my phone, which I should have had it on my phone so I could have walked into the kitchen with it and fixed me something to eat, sitting there watching you eat them tacos Tuesday. So yeah. Oh, your weekend gardener. Did I say hello to you? If I didn't, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Talking. LP, thank you for stopping in tonight. I really appreciate that. And who else? Oh, Fifi. Um, the grow tent that you got. Nice, real nice. And Mike, I was also watching you making that homemade hydroponics with the shoebox. How you cut the hole in there and took this and cut the little spikes in it. How you're able to fit stuff in. Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, okay, that's another way because I had saw another show where the guy was taking 5-gallon buckets and putting holes in them and making them hydroponics without a bubbler. And he had a wall full of milk jugs, and then he had a stack of I think that looked like kale stacked up in 5-gallon buckets with the holes in it as well. Um, oh yeah, I was watching Georgia Peach Nut with Cheryl. How y'all had to meet, and Cheryl, you went to get elderberry cuttings. That's a cute little quick video. I enjoyed that. And then I was watching another one from Broke Farmer. How Broke was fertilizing his fruit trees that were in the ground, and how that he measured. He actually took a tape measure from 30 inches from the trunk to what they call the drip line to put in those fruit spikes that was for fruit fertilizer spikes. So yeah, that was interesting. And one that I've seen lately that's new to me was Healy Means, how she was doing a review on that Looney body deodorant. I was like supposed to be working El Natural. Uh, they had too much. It was too much prep work you had to do in order for that to work. Good old soap and water in the shower, rub a dub dub, scrub in the tub, however you want to do it. I'm not going for all over body deodorant. Okay. My behind has never stunk that bad, so I'm good. Yes, buckets work great outside too. Yeah, yeah, I was watching. Yeah, they got all kinds of folks. I love Mike's growing system. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike will. He'll be showing you all the new systems, and he gives review on the new ones that they send him that they would like a review on. So I was like, okay. I noticed we got a lot of YouTubers that have been getting what they call it, products from different sponsors, like the boots was at High C, and those little scissors, the Seiki, and all the different places where people are testing and doing reviews for other folks to check out and probably order after they seen folks check it out. So I see Mike into the hydroponics. You know, they sending you stuff and you checking it out and you giving your opinion in regards to whether the wells is deep enough for the roots to go, or whether they got a nice combination of the fertilizers to add to your plants as they grow. And Mike, your peppers, they be banging. I really enjoy that. Who is that? Oh, Good Eats. Hey, Homestead, thank you for stopping in tonight. Yeah, thank you. Make sure you guys is just coming in, hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. All right. So right now, I had gone back to the store again. I'm sorry, y'all. I had the audacity to buy some more seeds. I couldn't walk out of there. They had a few I hadn't picked up yet, so I got them today. And the young lady who seen me once before, she said, "Didn't you get some seeds last time you was in here?" And I had to actually hang my head. Nicola, Susie, thank you for stopping in tonight. I appreciate that. Okay, a new face in the place. Yeah, and I had to kind of hang my head and say, "Just ring it up." So I can get out of here. And I was just like, bad, bad, bad. So I need seeds like I need a hole in the head. Just drop some kohlrabi, Swiss chard, and butter crunch lettuce. Now, Gina, what is your temperatures where you're at? Because you're only what, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me in Cleveland. So what has your temps been like? Because they've been up and down and just crazy. Oh, yeah, because that sounds nice. Over here, it's just been a little bit too crazy. What's it? Tell me the mind of business. Okay. Don't hang your head. What would you say? Don't hang your head. Yeah, because, yeah, if I go back in the store and they got them, I'm going to buy them again. Where are you dropping your seeds, OG? Hey, you will be getting a video tomorrow. I've actually took pots out. I got my potting soil, and I will be dropping them tomorrow. I was supposed to drop them on the 15th, but right now, I've been helping out my friend up the street. Her funeral is Saturday, and her viewing is tomorrow. So they put me in charge of getting everything together. So I've been really busy trying to do that. So they've been blowing up my phone every day for people who've been calling to volunteer to help me go over there tomorrow and clean up the room for where we're going to have it on Saturday after the funeral. And so I really has this was just a little bit more important than dropping those seeds. So once all of this is over, I might drop them Sunday. So yeah. All right. Everybody saying something. Did you get your hoop house? Okay, everybody's asking each other question. 2 days ago, about 48 degrees, and today was 68. Whoa, yeah, your temperature is way different from ours. Because right now it's 41 degrees here. And I don't think it got too much further ahead. Hey, Grace, thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see you. I'm starting everything indoors for now. Yeah, because these temperatures is like a yo-yo. I've never seen temperatures go up and down like they have within the last year or two. And it's not just 5 or 10 degrees. It's like 20, 30, 40 degrees drops in temperatures. And that's why everybody has to run out and cover and uncover. It might be 80 degrees during the day, then it dropped to 30 degrees in the evening. And your plants can't take that up and down temperature too much. I've already seen who's that? Stacy Hands in the Dirt and broke in regards to certain plants where the leaves were burnt, from the freeze. It just couldn't take the temperature drops. It's rough out here. So yeah, you constantly have to keep dropping seeds and keeping a grow table with stuff growing because you don't know what the temperature is going to be like and you don't know how long it's going to last. It might last a couple of days or it might last a week, but a day can devastate your whole garden. Like last year, we had people giving up in Texas of gardening because it got so hot, and they waited till the fall to start planting their garden. So we don't know what the temperature is going to be like this year. I mean, it here in Ohio, February, we've never had a February this mild that I can remember. Where, normally we have anywhere from 86 inches of snow by the end of the month, and I think we barely had mm, 50. No, I don't even think we had that much, like 46 inches worth of snow this year. So it's crazy everywhere. Shakira's in here. Hey, hon, I see people saying hello to you, so I figured I missed you as I was talking. I'm about 3.5 hours from you, Miss Shirley. I have family near you. Okay, all right. Up Tori's brain. What's up, my brother? Neckbone news. I just love that. That's just so funny. I'm gonna try to catch you this week. I tried to look for you last week. I don't think you came on last week. I was like, nah. Now I'm looking for him high and low, and he didn't even come on. I was like, I think it was last Friday. So I'm gonna try to keep up with you. But Fridays is a rough day for me. I be hanging with my granddaughter. That was me Sunday, dragging all my trees in the greenhouse. Sunday freezing, morning temps, sun, and man, now it's in the 80s. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody getting a good workout though. I'm seeing people actually folding up sheets and towels and tarps and everything else on the side. They don't even bring them in the house. They leave them outside. So as soon as they come in from wherever, from work or whatever, and come in and they throwing stuff over their veggies and stuff before the sunset, because they know once the sun starts setting, temperatures drop and they drop sudden. You warm 1 minute, then you like, ooh, call it chill because the temperatures have changed. So everybody's getting a good workout and working out in their gardens, going out there early in the morning, pulling all those covers off, folding them back up because the temperature is going to shoot up, and then right back out there in the evening. So you get good practice. I need to make it happen this summer because I haven't seen my family that lives there since the pandemic. Oh, well, I'm right here. I was happy today it was 80 degrees. You just had to say that, didn't you, Shakira? Yeah, that's just rude. Just kidding, no, just kidding. Please drop MSOG. Let other folks know where your channels are so they can check you out, share you out. And for a lot of new gardeners or ones who want to know more about the territory that they live in, how you can help them out, they can come and watch your videos, send you a text, ask you for some information, pick your brain. That's what we're all here for, to help out one another. I was on games on Friday, news on Monday. Okay. I have some unused grow bags and covered my plants with them when it froze overnight. It worked beautifully. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, Jones. I remember I was watching, who was that? Dan Permaculture. He actually stuck his some of his plants inside of his huge trash cans with the lid on them. So that definitely helped keep the frost up off of them. Yeah. So I say whatever you can use, whatever's available. A blanket, like I said, a tarp, sheet, towel, whatever it takes to cover over your plants so that they can make it through the night, so that hopefully that they'll be the next day. Because those 4 fruit trees that I bought, they're in my basement right next to my banana tree. And the leaves were all messed up on some of them, especially the pear tree. It was too cold. It was too cold to bring fruit trees here in Ohio. It's not like we're in Georgia or Mississippi or Alabama or even Texas or Florida. So it was cold. So I'm clipping off the old dead leaves, but the Kiefer pears and the Alberta peach, they're doing just fine. They perked up. I gave them a good watering, and I actually threw a little 511 in there just to help them, to recover, and they're doing fine. My pear tree's a little bent over because it's so tall it won't stand straight up in the basement, but it's alive and kicking. So I'm planning on keep on working on my fruit trees until I feel that the last frost has left here in Ohio. It said it's April 25th, but we have known to have blizzards during the month of April. And we had 2 last year back to back. So I'm a little leery about that. I might wait until the end of May before I put mine out just to be on the safe side, and hope even that, don't fool me, because Ohio, we have snowstorms whenever it feels like it. So, it is what it is. It's a crapshoot every time you plant something in the ground, so yeah. Um, for the ones in the chat, how many of you have another generation that they're teaching to grow, whether it's nieces or nephews or grandchildren or great grands? How many other generations of loved ones did you that you're teaching how to be self-sufficient? I know I've heard a lot of husbands and wives saying they tried to get their wives in the garden and they didn't want to be bothered. They said that's your thing. And I've heard the same thing from wives. They try to get their husbands to help them out. They might help them with the heavy stuff and build stuff, but as far as contributing into actually planning stuff, they said that's your thing. So I want to know how many people in the chat actually has another generation of kin or even a neighbor, that you cool with, that you're teaching them how to be self-sufficient and feeding themselves. Anybody? Hand waving, hand pink waving. All right, son. Okay, you saying hello to one another. I'm teaching my kids. Okay, Shakira. Okay. All right. What does hand pink waving mean? Hip this grandma, because I don't understand what that. Somebody tell me, what does that mean? I've seen it before. I have no idea what that means. Oh yeah, little T Nog. Yep, yep, yep. Jada. I lost all my lemons and lime trees. Ooh, ooh, I know that hurt. Was sifting with saw. I saw her new one. I got my love for plants and gardening from my grandpa. That's how I learned from my grandmother. I have two nephews growing and raising chickens and goats. Ooh, Cheryl, nice. I'm teaching my two youngest grandchildren to grow. The oldest ones aren't interested. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Maria, would you say your husband and your neighbor? Oh, that's a nice combination. Telling someone who will listen. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Urban, because I had no idea what that meant. I'm teaching my kids, and I will be teaching the grandson when he can walk. Yeah, I got a great grandbaby coming in August. They'll be out in the garden when I start planting my fall stuff. Yep, trying to teach daughters, nieces, and coworkers. Yeah, I got a coworker too that I was teaching before I retired, and they doing pretty good. I'm teaching bean juice. Good Lord. I hear your songs. And bean juice be in all those chats too. Yes, indeedy. Uh, okay, Gina. Good night. Gotta run. Good night. All here. See some of you later. Okay, Michael Farmer. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry. I didn't do my commercial before you left. Before we're stopping here for a station break. I have a commercial here. Okay. Tacos. It is a ligament, a massage oil for all that aches and pains, whether it may be your shoulder, your neck, your back, your knees, whatever ails you. It's a softener too, as well. It absorbs in the skin and it's not greasy. Hit up your boy Michael Farmer. He'll straighten you out and you will be happy that you did. And back to the chat. All right. I see people saying hi, Nikki. All right. Oh, there she go. The the everyday life of an OCD chick. Hey. Which is a commercial break. Yeah, this stuff really works. I rub it on my hands when they're achy. Yeah, my knees. This if there's a spot that need to be rubbed, it's on it. Oh, do I see African Dream? What y'all doing up this time? Was it morning or night for y'all? Or was it tomorrow? I know it's the next day for y'all. Oh, you're saying hello to everybody. Thank you for stopping in this night. And for all you ones who just came in, please hit that like button so you can show me how you like me. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated. Yeah, Jay, I really enjoyed watching you guys, you and your wife, April, riding around in your little buggy, talking to the different folks and showing the cows out in the field. I was riding right along with you. I was hitting the bumps and everything else. And I said, you had to have me sitting here doing like this. She was right. Oh, I really enjoyed it. And I like to see a little more of that as well about Africa. It replaces husbands. Okay, I don't know what that's about, and I'm not even gonna ask. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice watching that. I would like to see a little more of what you do. I know you might have customers who don't want to be on camera, but I enjoyed watching the footage that you had, and also when you went to the school for the young man that people have been donating to pay his tuition to school, and the schoolmaster and talking to him. And I was like, these kids will run circles around the kids here in the US of A. They're speaking what, two or three different languages. They're learning English. They have their own village language there. Uh, Accounting. They know how to take care of themselves. I was like, wow, this is just amazing. And they're starting them out at such a young age. And as they get older, it can only get better, and how to help improve their future and futures of others. That's amazing. Kudos to you, bro, on setting up that program to help out a less advantaged child there in Africa. That's a good program. I know you guys have to feel good when you see these kids progress and do so well. You know, he was a little camera shy. Would you say he was chatting up a storm before you put the camera in his face? And then once you did that, he didn't want to say anything. So kids are like that. They pick and choose. All right, y'all. Time for a sip break. Wow. Good stuff. Oh, not a problem, Jay or April. Thank you very much. It's refreshing to see young people helping young people. And Jay, you're not old. You keep saying you old. You might be an old soul, but you're not old. You're not there yet. You'll never catch up with me. By the time you get my age, I'll be most likely dead and gone. So nice little gap in between us. So I just love to see all the people who are reaching out to the ones in their neighborhood. Like I have a senior center. I like to play bid whist. I love cards. And every Tuesday from when it used to be 12 to 3, now it's 1 to 3:45, where I have a community center that's in walking distance, and we play cards. Everybody brings, you know, cookies or cakes or whatever, and we eat and we play cards. And there's quite a few of us. It's about 20, 25 of us. And we fill up a table, and then when somebody else is five and out, yeah, it's not seven and out, it's five and out. And you have to get up, or somebody have to pull a card and get up, let odd man, there's odd numbers. And we have a good time. As old folks, we can get kind of loud. Don't let somebody run a Boston up in there. They get straight up silly. But we have a senior garden at the center, and we planted perennials there, and they attract beneficial insects. We've seen butterflies, bees, praying mantis, ladybugs, and they help fertilize any flowers in the neighborhood. And I stopped and I bought, oh, I don't have them in here. I bought some flowers today. I bought some gladiolas, and what else did I get? Gladiolas. Mm, can't think of the other one. But anyway, I bought some more flowers for pollination. Hey, J3 GS Farms, thank you for stopping in. Oh, but you're welcome, baby boy. Anytime, anytime. Up there go my girl, Presbyterian Gardener. Hey, how are you? I got your message. It was so funny. It was cute. Would you say yes? Oh, yes, indeedy. We got a lot of good people in here. A lot of good people in here. I just want to express to every gardener that's in my chat tonight, whether you are seasoned, some of them consider yourselves novice, some of you consider yourself beginners, some of you feel like you're not quite a freshman, you might be what you call a sophomore in gardening, that you haven't stopped trying. Everybody wants to try a new variety or a couple of new varieties this year, whether it's tomatoes or peppers or watermelon or squash or whatever their little hearts desire or whatever seeds that they have gotten from another content creator or gardener. And they want to show kudos to that individual that they grew this, they sent this to you. You want to grow it and show them that it's possible. And it's just like they say, if I can grow it in my territory, in my zone, your zone might be different from mine, but you should know when you plant your other plants, you can include that plant as well. Just like we're starting a lot of plants on the inside, and we're hopefully that by the time they get too big to be up potted, that you can put them out in your yard so that they can get really good roots and take off. Because once they get rooted, they're gone. They're gone. Oh, who was I watching? Marie, Homestead Heart, planting her potatoes and adding her, was it azurite and all the good stuff in there so she can get her harvest going. And it's just so many people here that is doing wonderful things that are planting right now. I can't wait till my ground warm up so I can really get outside. But T-Nog, I will be dropping seeds by Sunday. Just let me get through this weekend, get through this sad occasion, and that way this will help me look forward to something good in dropping seeds. Who is that? Holy Living? Hello, good evening. What you saying? Shalom to everybody. Yep, started and still dropping. I hear you. I ain't mad at you. That's what you're supposed to do. Like I said, T-Nog, she be dropping in her sleep. You said she can look out her bedroom window into the garden. And I was like, in the summertime, when there's a nice breeze, she'll open up that window and be dropping seeds in her sleep. And T-Nog, you know what really fascinated me? When I watched that video about your plantains, how you had chopped them all down, and that one plantain, it was a flower that had grown out of it and had a rack of bananas or plantains growing on there. And you was like, you have never, ever, 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 as long as you have been growing plantains, ever see that occur. And that's what I tell people about nature. Nature don't need us. We need nature. Nature gonna grow. It's gonna provide. It's gonna do its thing because the Garden of Eden was here before we were. So it just amazes me when people come up with new discoveries in their garden that, like I said, we don't need nature don't need us. We need nature. And it just amazes me of the new discoveries that everybody have in their yards, that you find out. That I thought that was just so friggin' cool. Uh hey, hey, seeds, soil, and sunshine. Oh, okay. Hello. I see you slid on in here. SSS. Oh, that's like me. My name is Shirley. My son's name is Shannon. My granddaughter's name is Simone. So we the SSS as well. Yes, thank you for coming in. I don't think I've seen you before. I welcome you into the chat. I really appreciate that. Yes, that was amazing. Yeah, it was. It just blew my mind when you said you had never ever seen that happen in all the years you've been gardening. And when you showed it and I seen it coming out, I was like, wow, that was awesome. Has the plantains gotten any bigger? I don't know if you've done a update on that, but I really like to keep in touch with that because that was just too cool. Hey guys, Miss Shirley is only 22 subs away from her 500 subscriber goal. If you haven't sub yet, you know what to do. There you go, Analytic Art. 22. Oh my goodness. Oh, if I get my 22 and hit 500, I will probably cry all day long. I will be a snorting, snotting fool. Woo, it's hard out here in these YouTube streets. Woo, every time I hear that song, oh, woo, hard out here for a pimp. I'm trying to pimp garden. And honest to goodness, it's hard out here. Some of us got a little more savoir faire than others, but hey, I'm not mad for what I have. Don't think I'm ungrateful for the subs I have already. I really do. But to be truthful, I never thought I would get this far. When I originally came on to YouTube, I just came because I love gardening. I wasn't thinking about being monetized. I wasn't thinking about subscribers. I just wanted to converse with other folks who had the same love as I did in regards to growing plants and growing flowers. My love was into flowers before gardening. When we were coming up as kids, it was just everyday life for me. It wasn't a necessity, and it didn't seem as what is the word I'm looking for? It didn't seem as a need as it is now. It's another word I want to say, but I can't think of it at the present. But now it has become imperative. That's the word I'm looking for. That we really train our youth and anybody who will listen to us in regards to how to cut your grocery bill, how to can, how to freeze dry, how to what is it's all the different ways. Water bath canning, how to dehydrate, all the different ways that you can prep food and save it for future time. How they came out with the Marlard bags so that you can have stuff from centuries from now almost. I mean, I want to know what was the formula to a Twinkie, how you can have a Twinkie for 25 years and it can still soft and gooey. So, I mean, if they can do that for a Twinkie, I'm quite sure we can come up with something similar to it to be self-sufficient. Like some people said, they have already reached their quota on canned goods. So now they're just trying to be able to eat fresh on a daily basis out of their garden instead of going to the supermarket. It's just like when I was baking that spaghetti that day and I was like, dang, I don't have any bell peppers. And I was like, got a bell pepper plant right at the side door. Went downstairs, plucked me 2 nice bell peppers. You could smell them. Okay, the aroma from the peppers. As soon as you open up the door. And that's something you don't smell when you go to the supermarket. When you walk into the produce department, if you didn't see that you was in the produce department, you wouldn't know you're in there. You don't smell garlic. You don't smell onions. You don't smell peppers. You don't smell celery. You don't smell any of the brassicas at all. You don't smell anything in the produce department because they either got wax on them, they've been polished, they've been sprayed. And this is why they tell you when you bring your fresh fruits and veggies home, pull out baking soda, apple cider vinegar, whatever it takes for you to sit your fruits and vegetables in and wash them to make sure you get all that outer coating or insecticide sprays or whatever before you consume it. Even if you get a packaged salad, rinse those greens. I got one of those salad spinners, so that it'll be dry and you can put all your fixings on them and eat it. So yeah, you got to be careful out here. Yeah. Loving me, Tracy Anderson. I ain't mad at you, girl. Hello, welcome to our chat tonight. When I was young, the need to grow food was the most important job in my daily life. We had to eat. And that's the same way. Holy Living, thank you. It's the same way. That's the way they was brought up. My grandparents were sharecroppers and slaves. They didn't know how to read and write that well, but they knew how to feed. They made sure we never went to bed hungry. I come from an era where They picked cotton and all that stuff. They came up north for a better life. And so it was just their everyday way of living is to grow things and provide for their family, that you didn't go to bed hungry, you didn't want for anything. So I picked up the love of gardening too, because it was just something about being out in the garden and watching stuff grow that was just absolutely fascinating to me. And then I would pick my grandmother's flowers and eat them just to see what they taste like. She quit eating my flowers. But I learned, I learned what was good, what was nasty, and I knew what was edible way before Martha Stewart ever showed up on the scene. Okay. I could have been a black Martha Stewart, but hey, I didn't know. But yeah. Everybody saying hi. Okay, for you ones, if you have new people in the chat that might have had a channel at one time or another, or have one now, and we're not aware of you, drop your channel by putting in MSOG. Let other folks see that you're there, so we can come and check out your channel as well as you checking out our channels. Like I said, we have so many educated people in our chat that's not only gardeners, they're counselors, doctors, nurses, even the everyday worker. You know, we have fields for everybody. We have folks here that know about pews. Okay. We know folks that know about finances. We have every walk of life in our chat. So we're just not gardeners. So we're showing you how to be self-sufficient all the way around. If you're having problems with saving money, because I know on Led's channel, he's been promoting, him and Gigi and Eco, about buying property and being debt free. And how Gina, every Frugal Friday, how she's telling you how to get your envelopes to save up your money so that you don't overdraw or spend all your money where you're broke. We got so many people here that has so many different talents. It's amazing. And all you got to do is reach out. We have people that are in the active services, military services. Some of them are retired. We have people from all stations, from all walks of life, from all ages. I'm in the 700 club. I'm over 70, and I'm found out quite a few of gardeners here are over 70. We might not work as hard and as fast as some of you guys, then some of them can run circles around some of you. But we're still out here putting forth an effort to be self-sufficient and to pass on our knowledge to you guys and our next generations. So yeah, most of us in true are probably better than Martha Stewart. Hello. See, Martha Stewart don't know what it's like to be without this, that, and a third. She's always had a silver spoon, so to speak. So we will survive where the average person who has money won't. They don't know how they say be poor. Well, we know what it's like to be without, or be low, or be poor. We will survive. I mean, just like when the stock market crashed and people were jumping off the building, committing suicide because they lost everything they had. We was looking at them laughing. Like, oh, really? Is that all they talking about, being broke? Oh, please. And keep it moving, so yeah. So we teaching one another. Like, look, what's it? Just with Jay, each one teach one. That's what we doing. I love some of you guys' mottos. They're just amazing. They're simple. They're not extravagant. It's not, 20 words. Simple, to the point where you can understand. And it makes so much sense. And that's what I love about you guys here. You got so much knowledge and you always coming out. I was listening the other day. Who was that? I think it was Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, and he was talking to you, Jay. Yeah, African dreaming. Y'all was having a deep conversation. Yeah, you had him. You had motivation and geek grabbing pearls. That was a deep conversation. I really enjoyed it. Y'all was spewing all kinds of knowledge to one another, and I really enjoyed that night. Y'all had me sit down and grab me a sandwich and a Pepsi, and I was sitting there listening to you guys back and forth, and that makes me feel good that our younger generation, a lot of y'all get it. You talk to a lot of folks who don't, but for the ones that do, y'all going hardcore. Y'all ain't half stepping. You're going one up. And then you try to teach others in your lives. You bring up certain instances and you have parables and you let them know just how that parable can work in your life. And that's so cool. Guava, y'all, a little thirsty. Me. Good. Yeah, so that's what I like about our garden community. Nobody's slacking or lacking. If you're short in a different department, all you got to do is open up your mouth and tell folks what you need. I don't know how to do this. Just like y'all was talking about hand, pink, and waving. I had no idea what that meant, but I wasn't ashamed to ask somebody what it meant. It's not embarrassing. My mom says there's no such thing as a stupid question if you don't know the answer. But then I always used to say that depends on who it come from. But for the most part, I understood what she meant by that. That if you don't know, ask. As simple as that. If you don't know, ask. And don't try to be rude when you ask the question. That way they don't mind giving you the answer. And that way that question is answered and then you move on to something else. So yeah. All right. For the month of March, it's almost gone. Has anybody started planting warm weather crops, or are you still trying to plant brassicas and beans and what have you? Excuse me. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of folks planting. Who is that? When I was watching Cece, I was watching her cucumbers finally getting little flowers and climbing. I saw, what was it? Brooks fruit trees. Got a lot of fruit on them. Not fruit, but buds. Well, the ones he had in the greenhouses, blueberries was banging. They was full of fruit. Yeah, he was debating on whether to bring them out of the greenhouse yet or not. So in some parts, see, CC's in Texas, Broke is in Georgia. So the weather has it become favorable in those states? I'm surprised I haven't seen Growing Outside the Box jump in here tonight because I wanted to ask him how his garden was doing, or David Corey with Crop. I wanted to hear how their gardens is growing because David, he y'all just know David. Planter Garden TV with the herb challenge. Yeah, I haven't followed through on that. I'm sorry, I dropped the ball. They're growing. I just haven't put them in separate pots and hadn't put them under the light. I stuck them in the window. Yeah, I got to step up my A game, but I am going to drop them seeds because I did do the prep work. I did do the prep work. I got my pots ready. I got my soil ready. I even picked out the packets of soil of seeds. Matter of fact, I got them right here. I picked out exactly what I wanted. Mike, I was showing you about this. Yeah. And I got okra, watermelons, zinnias, Brussels sprouts, collards, lettuce, spinach. Yeah, so pickles. Because I actually want to can me some pickles this year. So yeah, I picked out seeds. And in the room I actually have in there as well peppers and tomatoes, different kind of tomatoes and peppers. So yeah, I picked out my seeds. I'm ready. I just need to get in there and be able to concentrate and just drop the stuff. Yes, I do. I am in Florida Zone 9B. I am planting spring vegetables and flowers. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. Backyard garden. Well, hello. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm on my live right now, okay? Did y'all hear? Yeah, the princess has arrived. No, not now. No, not now. She's getting a little cranky because I'm on my live and she wants some attention. I haven't planted any summer plants but tomatoes. They were doing fine. Seems the onions and brassicas are the only things that can deal with this crazy weather. Most likely, yeah, because they like the cool weather. I'll be starting brassicas and peas mid-April. Yeah, Mike, your weather's about as jacked up as mine. Yeah, did you hear, Mike? She didn't walk away now. She got attitude with me, so that means she'll be giving me a side eye the rest of the night, which I don't care. She won't get a snack. When she figure out she's not gonna get a snack, then she'll be ready to jump up in my lap and look at me all sad. I'm like, that don't work with me. It didn't work with the grandkids. It ain't gonna work with you. Yes, indeed. Um, I heard her talk to. Oh yeah. Oh, people be. Let me tell you, I'll be on the phone sometimes. People be like, "Is that your cat?" She get loud. Sometimes she can get really loud. She likes to have conversations when I'm either on the phone or on my laptop. And I'm like, go away right now, not now. And she gets louder, like, I want it now. She said that. And yeah, yeah. She's spoiled. She's a diva. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Like I said, she got more toys here in the floor. You think I got a daycare. And then all her cat toys. And she plays with them. But I got to teach her how to pick them up, though, because I'm not stepping on nothing. But she's a good mouser, though. We have problems with mice because we got a lot of open fields and there's a park in the area. And in the wintertime, the mice come in the house and she catches them. I tell them, don't bring them over here. She takes them somewhere and kill them, and I don't see him anymore. As long as I don't see him anymore, we're good. She's a good, she earns her keep. I'll put it like that. She said she wants TV time. Yeah, yeah. Well, she's not getting her 15 minutes of fame. I'm sorry. Yeah, she good, but she ain't that good. Okay. um, how many folks that when they go on vacation check out other gardens? Do you go to the botanical gardens in whatever country or state that you travel to? Or do you check out other people's yards when you're on vacation or somebody's yard, kind of catch your eye? You might be driving down the street, you be like, ooh, that was a nice yard. Or if you see a nursery somewhere and you're like, oh, we got to stop in there. I got to check it out, see what they got, see what they're growing. Because I know every country and state I've been to, I have mm, a membership here for the botanical gardens. And they said that as long as I show my membership within United States, I can go to any botanical gardens for free. So if anybody has a membership at their botanical gardens in the state that they live in, you can go to any botanical garden within the USA for free. And sometimes when you go out the country, they'll let you use it there because they know that you are an interested person in vegetation. Because I used it when I was in, where was I at? Dominican Republic. I went to their garden center there, and it was awesome. I got a chance to see what we call house plants here, what they look like in the real size in tropical settings. Yeah. So, yeah. So if you have a membership, like you can get a discounts like at the oh shoot, the museum as well as the botanical gardens. So yeah. So y'all need to look into that. Yeah, she earned her toys. Yeah. Sometimes. I do always. Went and had a whole tour at a banana tree farm in St. Lucia. Okay, that was nice. I visit fruit stands. Yeah. When I was in New York, I hit every fruit stand they had from Brooklyn to the Bronx to wherever. And they have like, I love the cherries there. They have the yellow cherries. Oh, I love the yellow and red cherries there. Oh boy, them bad boys are sweet. I always hit the fruit stands when I'm in New York. Every single time. That's cool. Our botanical garden just gave away 500 trees 2 weeks ago. Is that the one where Sherry and Bobby went to? Because I watched that video where they got down there early. I think they was like the third person in line. Yeah. And they were trying to get pawpaw trees, and she had got two, and he had got two. And I think he kept one he had and picked one that Sherry had. So Bobby got his pawpaw trees. I watched the video. Yeah, I watched the whole thing all the way to the end. When folks was lined up trying to get them free trees. I don't blame them. I'm trying to find out when they have them here. I just got some free seeds from the library. The library give away free seeds too. You come once a week and you sign off a waiver that you don't get the same thing every time you come in there. You get a different variety every time. They still free at our local library. I'm gonna check with our extension program for Master Gardeners here. I think on Tree Day you can get free trees, but I think they're more or less like pines and what have you. Uh, Tree, and I wouldn't mind a pine tree that might shed needles because I would use that to put it around my hydrangeas and rhododendrons because they're acid loving plants. So it would be a win-win for me. You know, people sometimes don't understand our logic when we buy certain stuff. They was like, I wouldn't grow that. That way I don't do this, and that, and the other. But they have no idea what you want it for and how to grow it. So I just say, thank you. How much? And let them ring it up, get my stuff and go. Yeah. You work in a garden center, figure it out. Yeah. So yeah, they have all kinds of, they have, what is it? Arbor Day. You can get free trees. It's another day that you can get. It's a gardener's day that they have here in Cleveland, where you can get free plants. I know the whole Holden Arboretum that's out further out. They have days where you can go out for house plants and vegetables. It's a little far for me to travel, but it's worth going out there because you meet other gardeners and certain things that you've never seen before, what they call them rare plants. They have them, and for people who have grown them before, you can pick their brain in regards to, what do you use this for? Some of them tell you for medicine or tinctures, or they just like the smell, or it's a good pollinator. It attract butterflies and bees and what have you. So, and it's a perennial. It comes back. It's not invasive, and it has a pretty little flower. And you can use the leaves or eat the roots or whatever. Most of them that come out there for those sales, those people are quite knowledgeable. And so, yeah, I like to pick their brains. Or if you all you gotta do is start naming stuff, and people say, "Oh, you're a gardener." And then they said, what do you think about such and such and such? And when gardeners get together, we can talk for hours and hours and hours. It's so funny. We all have something in common when we get to talking about plants and our love for plants, watching them grow, watch what you can do with them. It's amazing in regards to finding another gardener. Yep, yep. You can burn somebody's ears off. I've seen husbands drag their wives' way. Like, we gotta go. And she keep right on talking. He really has to drag her away. Or a husband. I've seen wives drive their husbands away. Like, man, what do you do for clay soil? My soil's so hard it bent the forks on my rake. How do I break that up? And then someone's ears like, ding. Well, if you don't mind, you take your grass clipping and any leaves you have and shred them up with your lawnmower. And what you do, you put it down in that hole and you wet it. And what it does is it will attract earthworms to come up through that clay to take advantage of the decaying leaves and grass. And when they dig up through the clay, they're actually making holes for drainage. And then they take that and pull it back down in that hole. And when they do that, it breaks up the clay. And then the next thing you know, you got all that clay broke up. You got earthworms up the wazoo. And then you can plant anything you want in it. And I was like, okay. And I listen to some of these folks and I just enjoy listening to them. Sometimes I just lean back. I'm seeing, all right, Growing with Hudson. Hey, babe, I miss you. Hey, thanks for coming in. Let's try garden. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in tonight. That's why we all have channels. Yep. Just to talk about plants. I hate my clay. So let me tell you, when I first moved here, I've been here over 22 years. And the backyard was so hard pan clay that every time it rained, it took almost a week for the water to drain, because the clay was not doing jack. So what I started doing is just what I was saying. I started collecting the leaves from my neighbors and their grass clippings, and I started mixing it together, and I just sit it on top. I didn't turn no piles. I didn't do any of that crazy stuff. I didn't add any compost starter, none of that. I figured nature been out here doing this thing long before I came along. And I just piled it up. And then in the wintertime, the snow would beat it down. And by the time spring came, it was almost level. And when I went over there and stuck my pitchfork in there, it just came right up. It was just so loose. It was so many worms. So yeah. Hey, the educated natural. Good evening. Thank you. You eased off in here. I miss a lot of folks. Nancy B, the scratcher. Thank you for stopping, huh? I think I was talking to you yesterday. Thank you for stopping in. Anybody that I might have missed while I was running my mouth, thank you for stopping in tonight. Please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Yes, indeed. So yeah, and we also got crafters in here. I love watching FR Humphrey and Sifting with Soil, and who else be hanging in there? Oh boy, be a couple of new folks that I hadn't seen before, young ladies that's been in there crocheting and knitting and what have you. So we got crafters in here as well. We have people that make soap. We have people that makes what is it? Lotions. What they call them? Body butters. We got folks to do everything. You name it, we can pretty much claim it. In regards to someone will tell you, oh, I forgot about Miss Auntie Ellen with her crafting, her sewing, what have you. Who else? I was watching someone the other day. She made I know y'all can tell me who she was. She made a skirt out of bandanas. Who was that? All right, my memory comes and goes. I don't get snow, but I work it out. Don't brag. Love you, new. Hey, you like this nonsense? Oh, wait till next week. They change from week to week. I got a million of them. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, who was that had the I make body Buddha too? Oh, okay. Yes, indeed. So, was Sifting with Soil? No, it wasn't Sifting. Oh, you saying how to say Unbiased. There it was. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I know once I saw the name, I know who it was. Unbiased LLC. Yeah. She was putting in the bandanas on the floor and tracing them and cutting them. Yeah. And I like the little bandana skirt. I thought that was really cute. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes my memory is with me and sometimes it's not. Hands in the dirt. Stacy, I missed y'all. Oh no, when I came in yesterday, I had already just left my Bible study. So Mike was teasing me, talking about messing with who was that, David? He was teasing me, talking about I had to go back and pray for him. I just came in. Yeah. Oh, it was good spiritual food stuff I needed. Yeah. Yeah, we ran a little late yesterday, so by the time I got in here, y'all was on the way out the door. Next thing I know, I see my girl Bougie. My girl was rocking it. I like that little when she got her hands up and she get there. Hey, I was like, look at Bougie throwing down. I was like, okay. All right, y'all. Wow. Hit the spot. Yeah, so we have crafters of all stature in our chat, and I just love watching their programs. Like when I can't sleep, I'm a night owl. I work nights for years. So some nights I can't sleep. So I'll sit up and I'll start watching everybody's videos. And I keep missing folks. I figured out what was wrong with my notifications. So now I'm getting everybody's notifications. So when I'm up at night, sometimes I try to catch Sifting with Soil when she's on. And I sit and I watch everybody's videos. And like Mike, I missed you about a half an hour earlier today. And I was missing everybody about a half an hour. So but I was busy trying to take care of some business. But I still watch the videos. Yes, Bougie be getting it. Yep. She be throwing that arm. She get that hip going. I was like, hey. I like to know what song she was dancing to. Oh yeah. Yeah. When I looked down there, Stace, I was like, ooh, 65 folks. I was like, ooh, there was a lot of folks needed to wind down yesterday. That hump day. With that commercial with that calendar saying, Mike, what day is it today? The hump day. And that's exactly what it is. That midweek day. Woo. That's right. Growing what I eat. That's right. Drop it. MSOG. Yes, indeedy. Let folks know where you're at and how they can find you. hmm I want to start zucchini seeds, but it is too soon. Yeah. Since we don't really get warm till almost the end of May, we don't really have a spring. It seems like we go from winter into summer. So that's why I don't mind trying to drop stuff now. Hopefully that when it gets big enough, I don't have to up pot it. I can just take it outside and put it in the ground. My back sunroom gets a little cool, so it won't be too big of an issue about trying to harden stuff off. But I really don't want to keep up potting stuff. That's just to me a waste of time. I like my raised beds because they warm up a lot. They heat up a lot faster with the sun, and I can throw cucumber seed or watermelon seed into the soil, and within a couple of days, I'm already seeing it breaking the surface. Whereas, excuse me, here inside, I got a heating mat that one of my play daughters bought for me, and you can put it up under your plants, and they'll pop up maybe almost as fast if the room is not too cool. But yeah, but I'd rather do it straight into the ground. That's right, Mike. Hump day. Uh, let's try gardening. What is your grow zone? Presbyterian is asking you. All right. Might have some info for you. Oregon. Ooh, 8B. Oh, ooh. Now in Oregon, do you guys get a lot of rain? I know you got a lot of greenery up there. Yeah, it's a lot of rain. I'll be in Seattle in August. Wow, I'm at 8B2. It's time here. Okay. All right, but you aren't Presbyterian, you're in Georgia. Would that be a different 8B as far as temps? Or you guys in the same, how do you say, wavelength on where the warm air comes through? I just dropped my spinach and cucumbers and squash. Okay. Well, y'all got warm enough weather to drop them. Yeah, lots of rain. That's what I thought. I'll be dropping all kinds of seeds in 8. My I understand, but you're the hydroponic man. We need somebody for everything. So you and GT, you are our go-to on the hydroponics. So wear that crown. So unless your wife changed jobs, y'all will be in Minnesota. Snow and cold. Whew, you guys are worse than us. That's a hot mess. Yes, indeed. I'll be dropping out. I know. I would be too. Yep. I would be dropping. I would be like Tina, she in 9. Man, if I had any kind of warm weather over 50 degrees, I would be dropping stuff. We get one day of that, and then it's right back where we started from. So yeah, it's hard to get excited about planting outside in this climate. So once you plant something in a pot inside and it sprouts, shoot, that's time for a party right there. Oh, it germinated. Whereas you guys are dropping seeds like it's nothing. My kohlrabi is up. My mustards and turnips up. My carrots is peeking through. My peach tree got blossoms on it. My apple tree got blossoms on it. My plum, my cherry, my pear, they got blossoms on it. My Meyer lemon. My lime fingers, everything got blossoms on it. My blueberries is popping. I was like, okay, that's all right, because in a minute I'm gonna be popping too. But I enjoy watching you and I enjoy listening to you. And I also laugh at you when you said it was 80 degrees tonight and we got a frost a frost forecast saying it's gonna drop down to 30 degrees tonight. That's like a 50-degree drop in temperature. So y'all running out there with tarps and blankets and sheets and towels. And I'm sitting here saying, yeah, waiting on my turn. Waiting on my turn. I'm not running and covering Jack. I'm gonna put it in the ground, and only the strong survive. You on your own. And I'm gonna set up a black depot with my little solo cups, and be dropping seeds for the ones who make it. Fine and dandy for the rest of y'all. Oh well, that's a wrap. Next. That's the way I look at it. I'm in that cabin fever stage right now. I am too, Mike. Shoot. My winters is just as long as yours. They might not be as cold and as deep as in snow, but my temperature don't warm up no faster than yours. So we all in the same rowboat. We all doing the same stroke. Duval. Hey girl. Nice to see you in the place tonight. So you've been listening. I planted squash in January. I have squash now and plenty of blossoms. Also zucchini and lemon cucumbers. Ooh, show off. Oh, but I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was like, planting in January, please. January was like what? 2 degrees? -2 degrees? No. When you think about stuff like that, I didn't have a flock of turkeys laying at my house yesterday. Cracked me up. I'm in the city. Turkeys? Oh, well, we got wild turkeys out here. They big and they ugly. I was at my friend's house today and she had like 15 deer in her backyard. And we're standing in the kitchen window just watching them. Yeah, they was eating up all the little vegetation that's popping up. We had a lot of rain, so weeds don't take long to pop up. So they was out there tearing them up. I was like, good, you don't have to worry about throwing any weed and seed out there. You already got your automatic weed eaters. They down out there taking it out. But you say it's 70 degrees right now. And what time is it here? It's 8:39 at night here in Ohio. Oh man. Yeah, things is huge. I used my auger attachment on my drill today to what's that? Fix my soil up for my sweet potatoes. Didn't have to empty the container. Okay. All right. I'm trying 3 experiments. I have sweet potatoes in a brown paper bag, which I have the top rolled down so to see if they will chick. And I have a sweet potato in water, and it's got roots on it this long. And it's starting to get sprouts on the top. And then I also bought me aluminum pan where I'm putting dirt in and putting the sweet potato in, um, partial buried, that I've seen everybody been doing to get slits. So I'm trying all of them just to see what I can do. Yep, yep. I'm trying to grow more than I grow last spring, trying to can a lot of my harvest. Yeah, because that's the biggest problem for most people when they harvest. A lot of people stagger, which I do. I stagger my planting. I'll plant certain plants every 2 weeks so that everything don't ripen up all at one time. Because I'm only one person, and I'm the only one that's really into gardening. And people will come over and help me pick it, but then I got to do something with it once it's picked. I have to take the time to wash and dry if it's greens, if I'm cutting them up and freezing them, or whatever it is. I either have to freeze dry, which I don't have a freeze dryer, dehydrate, that's the word I said, dehydrate, or hot water bath, or can, and I don't always have time to do all that. I'm more busy now being retired than when I was working. I some days can't seem to find enough hours in the day to get everything done. I don't sit around my house all day. I'm trying to grow. Okay, I read that. I got huge squash flowers inside, but the boys not made pollen yet. Slackers. My goodness. All right. Well, you bet. Hey, what the skinny boy do? He shake them. He shake them real good so that pollen will fall. He say he don't take a paintbrush and go from the male pollen to the female pollen flower to pollinate and what have you. He'll stand out there, and I did that once. I did well. No, I did it a couple of times. I took plants and I shook them. I said, I'm not doing all this other stuff. And the bees was out there going in and out of the flowers. I was like, I just shook it just to see if it worked. It did. It did. And I was all right. What you say, Mike? It's 35 here. It's 41 here, mostly cloudy. Same time here. Okay. 8:39. All right. I sent you some warm air if I could. Send it FedEx. Send me some too. Oh, that's cute. Oh, thanks, Betty. I thought I'd probably complain I'm hot. Yeah, you would go from one thing to another. You say, amen, Miss Shirley. Just always going. Yeah, I don't sit around letting no grass grow up under my feet. My granddaughter called me. She said, "You sound like you in a car." I said, "I am." I said, "What you think I was sitting around waiting on you to call?" I was like, "No, I'm in the street." She said, "Where are you going?" I was taking a friend to Botanical Garden. They just finished the orchid show. It ended this past Sunday. So we went to the orchid show for its last showing. And yeah, and then after we toured the orchid show, we went to the cafeteria and we had a nice lunch and we just kind of chilled, just laid back. I was like, I do not have to sit home twiddling my thumbs. That's why I can't get anything planted because I'm always in the street. I'm always gone. Yep. I'm not trying to be in a rocking chair getting old. If I'm getting old, it'll be on my own terms. It's not going to be sitting at home because I got some girlfriends that are my age or a little older. And every time I call, I'm sitting at home just chilling. I'm just like, no, 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 no. They was like, I, I, I'm just stiff from sitting here all day. Well, then get your butt up and do something. You got cars, y'all can go places. I don't have a car anymore, and I stay gone. Y'all got cars that can take y'all wherever you want to go. Mm-mm. And you see me, I'm buying seeds. I'll be in Home Depot, Wally World, or wherever, filming something. No, 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 not a slacker. So true. I'm more busy now than when I was working, but loving it. I get up, stay up, late as I want. And that's what I'm saying. I might take me what they call a power nap before the kids downstairs get home from school, before they get to running through the house and carrying on. And then I'll get up and do stuff. I'll go wash a load of clothes or wash some dishes or try to fix a big pot of chili or stew or something. And I share it with my neighbor upstairs and my folks up the street. So I'm always doing something, fixing something, cooking something. I'm doing something. I'm not sitting around idle all day, no. Because when I complained before, when I was working, I didn't have enough time to do all this stuff. Now I have nothing but time. So I shouldn't be complaining about it. I just do it. Like somebody called me, tell me I'm finna Finna run out the minute. You want to ride? Heck yeah. Get me out this house shoe. I might even find some on sale. You never know. Let's go. Then I was like, ooh, they got a Wally World out here and a HD. I was like, can we stop in those? Like, yep. And you know where you going to find me? In the garden department. And because when you go to certain sides of town, it's different demographics, and they will carry stuff in their stores on the west side or in another city that they won't carry over here. So I get a chance to get stuff. People say, where'd you get that at? And I'll be like, Wally World. They say, which one? Not the one up here. And I was like, no, the one on the west side or the one out in Minner or wherever, wherever we go. So different areas have different demographics and they carry different stuff. So that's why I like to go from different stores because you never know what you might find. You might find stuff you've never seen before. It's like, oh, cool. They got one of these over here. And I'm like, oh, snap. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Cheryl, are you retired too? Looking forward to the time I can retire. Man, let me tell you, my last day on the job, they gave me a big going away retirement party. I was snorting and snotting for half the night. And they brought all kinds of good food up in there. Boy, I was eating good all night long. They was like, you ain't got to work. I was like, you ain't got to tell me twice. I went in the break room and shut the door. Ooh, and then we had a code, so I had to run out. Ooh, 14 years. I ain't been retired that long. 5. Good night, Miss Shirley and everyone. Have a good rest of the week and stay safe. Backyard Gardener, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you coming in and hanging with me for as long as you have. Please come back and see me next week. Same bat time, same bat station. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated as well. Be safe as well. Enjoy your evening. Yes, indeed. Oh, hopefully by in 2025. Okay. Yes, indeed. I could have retired earlier, but I just stayed a little bit longer because I really didn't have any idea what I was going to do after retirement. I think I stayed an extra couple of years. And then once them folks really started getting on my nerves, I was like, oh no, I ain't got to take this. It was making too many changes and the changes didn't make sense. And I was like, can't do this. I got enough time. I got that age. It's time for me to go. Boy, they kept saying, don't you want to be PRN? I was like, no, if I want to be PRN, I could have stayed working full time. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Where I sign? How much is my medical? Or how much PTO time I got? I want to use it all. I don't want you to pay me for it. I want to take all my PTO. Yeah. I got a couple of weeks. All right, I'm out. Yep. Yep. I haven't looked back. I haven't looked back. I don't miss it. I like my coworkers, just didn't like the job. It was means to get from point A to point B. Thanks, Cheryl, for calling me Flo. That's what everyone called me. Everybody giving each other nicknames and finding out that is their nickname already. That's too cute. All right, we got less than 10 more minutes. 10, 11, 12 more minutes. And we will be at the 2-hour mark. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, how many folks in here going to what is that? Soil Family Expo. I was going to say Freaknik. that's Atlanta. Freaknik. I know my son went down there once when he was in college. I told him, yeah, that was TMI. What y'all do down there, Freaknik. I was like, yeah, that sounds like spring break in Fort Lauderdale. So I was like, y'all young folks don't know how to act when y'all get together. But how many folks is going to Soil Family Expo next week? Mike, would you go next week? Growing with Hudson. Okay. That's killing me, that hand pink waving. Okay. Going with Hudson. Cassandra, you going? Getting my car detailed tomorrow. Cheryl says she get ready to gas up. She ready to go. Nah, I'm a homebody. Oh my. I think you would be a hoot. I think you would be a hoot. Everybody would just love you. You probably ain't nothing but a big old teddy bear. I rarely leave home. Oh. Well, I'm waiting on you to start your channel, Mike. I mean, it's not like you don't know what you know. You're very informative, very intelligent, you're very creative. And I love the narratives that you do when you do your videos. You know, you do your little mail calls, how you have everybody's name blocked out and had a little board there with your little knife to cut open your envelopes and show you goodies on seeds people that sent you. You show us your peppers, how well they was doing, your little sticky thing where you think you finally got the bugs under control, and your tomatoes and what was that, your kale that you had harvested and you made that stew with the beef and the kale and all the good stuff in there. I was just like, look at him. I would love to see your face. And I said, you ain't never a big old teddy bear, because I see the size of your hands and arms, so I know you ain't nothing but a big old teddy bear. I probably like to sit there and just squeeze you. Probably cute as a button. Yeah, that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong being a homebody. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, I'm going. I went last year. Oh, you caught it the first time around? Okay. All right. I hear it's supposed to be a lot of folks there going to have fun. So you can't wait to see everybody? Yeah. I can't wait either. Oh, Grover Hudson, you going too? I know that who's that? Micro Farmer and Cheryl and Sifting with Soil. They all together. It's like, okay, and who is Miss T with the T? She always talk about she going down there with her daughter. Yeah, so I hear about certain folks going. I know African Dreamer wish they could come in and go. Yeah, but I know that's got to be a bit much since they got a business. So you got to make certain concessions. Maybe one year they'll pop up. And I heard that what's it? They got special guests coming. Led Farmer and Lady Led. I was watching their video today about them and the bees and how that they're moving to the land of plenty. No, it's not land of plenty. What's the oh shoot. I forgot the name. Land of plenty is what? And but anyway, how they moving to their new property. Oh no. Okay, I can't talk to him right now. All right. Okay. So yeah, they got the party house. Yeah. Like, yeah, strangers try to hug me. It's out of love. I can't wait to see everybody too. I know you were still in here. That sister was so. I know Mona, you were still in here. Mona, are you coming on tonight? Are we doing a late night chit chat? I was watching you. I was tickled when you was trying to show Dorsha how to plant sweet potatoes. Yeah. Yes, sure. I can't wait to meet you. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of folks is waiting to meet and talk to one another. Yeah, Mike. Cheryl gonna be the ringleader. I can believe that. I can. She'll keep Michael Farmer in check, because Michael Farmer, he get a roll. Mealy Means, girl, I was watching you do that review on that what's that loony body deodorant. Girl, you had me cracking up. It's too much prep work for the underarms and all this other stuff. Good old soap and water. Put some deodorant on, some lotion, and keep it moving. Girl, I couldn't. Yeah, little button show that you like me just a little bit. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I was watching the video. I was watching the other day when you was doing your hair, and you was twisting the ends on it. Oh, a lot of times I don't always comment, but I'll watch a bunch of videos. I get mad that I can watch it on the big screen, but then I would have to go on my phone or either on my laptop in order to leave a comment. You know, you might be able to click on it light, but you can't always put a comment on when you watch it on the flat screen. But you have to go on your phone or your tablet or your laptop in order to leave a comment. I be watching everybody. I do. I was been watching Grow Family Network a lot, watching him too, King, with his frost preventions on his plants as well, and Bev with her allergies. So I watch everybody. I do. I don't slack on anybody. I watch everybody. I'm even watching some new folks I haven't watched for a while. New folks. So I just, it's just that sometimes it's too much to come and watch them all over again to give a comment. Yeah. And I try to give folks their watch hours as much as possible, because that's what we're all here to help one another. I completely understand. I do that too. Yeah. Everyone have a wonderful night and weekend. You too. I got 4 more minutes and then I'm off of here myself, Hudson. Yep. And then I'll be in the YouTube streets with the wretched. Wow. I screwed that up real good. I will be in the YouTube streets right along with the rest of y'all. Mona, I didn't get an answer. Are you on tonight? So I'm going there and make me a sandwich and put my PJs on. So when you roll up in here, I'll be good. All right. They saying good night to Good Hood. Oh, you saying night to G Hood too. Okay. Yeah, so I appreciate all you guys, for the ones who stuck around to the end. Thank you very much for coming in and giving me your thoughts, uh, giving me just your presence alone. I'm happy with. And make sure all of you guys hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. It's greatly appreciated as well. Keep growing. Be safe. Have a good evening. Make sure you stay hydrated. I found out gardeners' biggest problems are not drinking enough fluid and being dehydrated. And I have to get on myself about that too. And I got so much liquid down here now. And I'm like, I found out what works really good for me for superior hydration. What is this? Body Armor. It's good because the athletes drink it. So when they're, low on their electrolytes and what have you, this is really good for me, because sometimes I can drink water. Water will run through me so fast. It's just like I haven't drunk anything and I'm still dehydrated and I'm still thirsty. So you have to find what works for you and be diligent at drinking it so that you will be okay. I'm not sure, I haven't been feeling well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Psalms 146. Have a blessed rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you feel better. If you got to take the night off, you got to take the night off. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do that's best for you. La la, my girl. Good night, sweetie. Mona, sifting with soul need to be more lives. Night crew. You got your nerve, Mike. Okay, Presbyterian. See you next week. Next Thursday, same time, same back station. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't got nerve talking about telling you to do some lies. I tell him, let him do one. Yeah, I want to see that. Mm-hmm. Why you sitting there talking about somebody else? The nerve of some people. I ain't kidding. Feel better, Mona. Yeah. Oh, my my Renaissance grandma. You know what I was looking for? I was looking for you to come out there saying, Deuces. There you go. I see it now. Oh, all right, y'all. Uh, got 34 seconds and it'll be 2 hours. And I say once again, thank y'all. TLC in the girl, my girl. You know where to find me. That y'all have a good evening. Be safe. Stay dry if it's raining. Stay warm if you're cold. Stay safe, whatever you do. And Miss Shirley always say, good evening. Y'all come back now. You hear?